Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson. I heard my voice, so it's a bit scratchy these days, but whatever, you're just here for the topic, so let's just talk about the topic. The topic is one of my favorite topics and probably my most popular topic of all topics on my channel, which I find ironic because mostly I talk about personal growth and development, but I also just talk about things that interest me, and one of those things is this topic. You may have noticed that I have not said what it is called, and that's because also how the algorithm works. The last version of this video actually got flagged and I had to take it down, so I'm re-recording it. This is a free video, by the way, so if you find value in this video and you want to support me, please go ahead and do that. I actually need a little bit of water because my voice is a little dry. So the thing that I'm talking about is one of my favorite things to do with my boyfriend. And, I'm trying not to say it just to start with. But yeah, it's something that I really enjoy to do. And it's really the only way that I can do it because I don't have a vagina, which I am changing in about 6 days. I have surgery in 6 days for getting a vagina. So things will change then. But for the time being, and for the past 5 years since I've transitioned, I really had to force myself into a position of learning how to receive anally, because that's the only way that I want to be having intercourse. I want to be receiving from my male partner. And I previously dated women only. So it's been an entire process of learning how to figure out how to have anal sex, and then how to there, I said it. And then how to make my way through the process of, okay, I'm doing the duty, but now it's not an enjoyable thing. It's kind of tough, it's hard, and then starting to be okay with it. Then it's like, it feels okay to oh my God, I'm having a lot of pleasure and I'm enjoying myself. So I wanted to talk about this because I'm not going to be having sex for a while after I get bottom surgery, and I might not have anal sex for quite some time. So I thought this is the best time to make this video for now because, things are going to change, right? Your life changes and things happen. So first of all, where are you at? Do you have some experience with this? Are you looking to get better? Are you looking to find more pleasure in what you're doing? This is sort of for, I think, beginner to intermediate and some advanced stuff. I have found that over time doing this, my experience of it has evolved. And these are some tips I would give myself if I was just starting out that would help me shortcut the years and years of figuring things out to get where I am today, where I'm just really enjoying it. I'm having such a good time, and I feel like I'm leveling up in my experience with anal sex. So, so kind of some of the things I want to start with is your partner. It's probably one of the more important things you don't consider. The quality of your partner has a lot to do with what you enjoy and what's great and what's not great. So early in my career, my anal sex career, I'm not a porn star yet. Yeah, I have talked about making porn and just not telling anyone that it's me just because I want to try it out. So yeah, if you see a trans girl taking some black dick and happens to sound like me, it might be me. But I haven't made any of these videos yet, so we'll see. Yeah, so I am when I first started, it was a very weird experience because I was new. I had new partners, and I didn't have a boyfriend, and so it would just be whoever, the guy that I pick off Craigslist to meet up with, or the guy off Grindr that I thought would be a good date and maybe we could have sex, or the guy on OkCupid or Tinder or whatever. And a lot of these guys who are straight often don't have any experience doing anal, or even if they do, they're not that good at it because they probably only hooked up with other people. I didn't realize this, and so I just thought I was not very good at it. But the quality of your partner in terms of how much they understand what's going on and what to do and how to pleasure you and how to warm you up, which is the biggest piece, is a huge factor. So if you're hooking up with guys and you're feeling like you're not getting really great anal sex, or well, yes, that, and you think something is wrong, maybe it's them, not you. It's funny to say that, right? Like, it's not you, it's them. Like, your problems aren't yours. But that's a big part of I think, the experience. You need to be able to have a good partner who's communicative and that can also accept your communication. And that's the next piece, which is communication. Communicating with your partner as you're having sex and feeling comfortable about that is another big step towards really having a great experience. Because think about it. If you're dry, how do you tell them that you need to be more wet? If they are going too fast, how do you slow them down? Do you just let them keep going for it and then just like hang in there? No, honey, we're not doing that. So, yeah, so like communicating this and like saying and helping pace the sex. Like, the thing I think that straight guys have the problem doing is pacing. They often think, oh, great, it's like a vagina. It's wet, I'll just stick it in, and once it's in, we're good to go. No, that's not how it works with anal. You really have to set the pace. I know it's not that sexy, but you really have to set the pace to start with. So you say, oh, like, can you just kind of go slow? Can you just put it just a little bit in, and then allow yourself the space to really take the pacing, the control of the pacing. Like, they want to have great sex. You want to have great sex. How you treat the entry is going to dictate the rest of your experience. I know that sounds crazy, but if they come in too hard in the beginning and you hurt or something doesn't feel completely right, you're going to be feeling uncomfortable for the rest of the sexual experience. So that's huge, 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 huge. Feel really comfortable at the very beginning. So what I typically do is, I'm just thinking about his dick now. I'll be sitting on my back and I'll just be like, okay, like, just kind of put it in, and I'll put a bunch of lube on. I'll put some lube around my parts, and then I'll ask him to push a little bit, and so he'll just kind of push up against the edge, and then I'll say, okay, can you just thrust a little bit so that I'm getting like a sensation, like a feeling, and as I'm starting to feel that, I'm like, okay, move in just a little bit, or I might just push him in a little bit, and it'll be like a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and I'll just say, okay, yeah, move in a little bit more. Okay, just right there, don't go any further. And I might if he's pushing a little too hard, I might just push his hips back just a little bit, just to kind of keep him from going too far in. But he'll usually just kind of find that spot, and he'll just do that for a little bit, and then we'll get a little further in, and then, et cetera, until we're all the way in. And then I'll be like, okay, we can move a little faster. And then, he's moving there, you're getting a little bit more comfortable. And then you keep moving. It can take a little bit of time, but after a certain amount of time, you'll be like, okay, let's go, baby. And then you can really, like, as you're progressing, like, as you're having sex, after a while, you can start to just be like, all right, just take me to Pound Town. Like, fuck the shit out of me. Let's go. So, like, you'll get there. But you got to kind of pace it and, like, realize this is like you're making your way towards takeoff, and he cannot dictate the pace until you're ready. You need to tell him when the leash is off, so to speak. But when the leash is on, you need to tell him. And if at any point through this process you feel like you're a little dry, like, the feeling is kind of, if your hands are a little dry and you rub them together, that's kind of the feeling, but it's like down there. Dryness is a sign you need more lube. If you do not react to that, this is so important. If you do not react to that and stop to get more lube, then you're going to start to wear and tear inside, and you start going to have rips, and it's really not going to feel good. That's something that's a feeling I did not learn to respond to until later, because I was like, oh, it's just a little dry. It's fine. We're still moving. We're still grooving. No. You got to put that lube all the way down the shaft. that big, beautiful shaft. Oh my God. I love my boyfriend's dick. But you have to put it all the way down the shaft and then, you know, around your area and maybe even on the inside if you want to get in there a little bit. And yeah, and then you're going and you're going and then, you know, you're going. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. As far as like sex positions, I like on my back because it allows me to like masturbate while I'm having sex and I can put a vibrator on it. And I think it's great. But he likes to really turn me around and do me doggy style, which is also very hot. But I find it pretty hard to masturbate in that position. So I just do that till he'll freaking come, and then maybe we'll switch positions and he'll kind of do me, or we'll stop for a bit and then resume later. I don't always come in every session because once I come, I'm like, that's it, we're not doing this anymore. So if he's feeling in the mood for something, like a multiple sex session, I don't typically orgasm the first time. My another favorite position I like is actually sideways. So like kind of like him coming behind you and then me raising my leg. Like just think of Ashley sideways, right? Like this, and then like leg up, right? And he's behind me and I can kiss him and my leg's up and I can masturbate if I want. Yeah, that's pretty hot. That's pretty good. That's really, really good. It's like spooning and doggy style, but you're lying down, so it's less exhausting, and you can kiss when you want to. And you can grab your boobs or whatever, like, or your neck. Man, this is a hard topic to cover without getting a little naughty. So, yeah, I hope things are heating up for you. They're definitely heating up for me. So there's that. And then I have these different devices here for doing douching. I think douching is one of the most important things because you spend so much time doing it, and like it really takes a lot of time if you don't know what you're doing or if you haven't been doing it a lot. The first thing I'd say is try not to douche too much because it's not good for your gut biome, but you're gonna have to douche. I douche, and the biggest thing of douching, wait, more like that. The biggest thing about douching is, was I allowed to do that? I hope things are okay. I hope this whole thing doesn't get like flagged. I don't know. Oops, my bad. The whole thing about douching is that like you're gonna have to, shit, am I gonna have to do that over again? Okay, I'm gonna do that over again.